It's working. I hope. Is it working? I think it's working. Hi. Hey. Hey, Chris. Hey, Dan. My camera's not exactly where I want it. Give me a second. Mm, No, I want to be over here more. And down a little. Come on, down a little. There we go. There we go. That's a little better. Ah, yay! By the way, this is a StreamYard stream, so if you have a camera, a webcam, whatever you hear, yeah, same. If you have a webcam and a mic and you want to join, or if you just have a mic, I'm okay with that too. Hey, Sergio, there's the link. I am not really working on anything particular at the moment. This stream is brought to you by Simply Spiked. No, they are not a sponsor, but Simply Lemonade and if you want to sponsor me, I'd be very grateful because I love these things. Um, by the way, just to get it out of the way, Zolan Shop of Wonders streams, and really any Zolan stream, we use, as DB3D Dan does, as MakerMind Nexus says, we use sentence enhancers, which means, yes, we do use curse words from time to time. And if you have a problem with this, or if, that I'm sorry, you can go somewhere else. That's just how I am. I'm not going to edit myself. But point number 2 on that is if you're under the age of 18 and your parents are not around or have not given you permission to watch this stream knowing that I use sentence enhancers, go get your fucking parents. Okay, that's out of the way. Yes, my hair is long. Hey, Bear! Long time no see. I already put the link out once, but I'll put it out again. There it is, if anybody wants to join. There are no Twitch games, no Twitch overlays, nothing on that aspect is working. I have all that currently disabled because I am simulcasting on both Twitch and YouTube. I'm doing that because I want to be a little more professional in my streams going forward. Yes, I know I just said, whatever. But I want to I don't want those to be distracting from the content. They're neat. Drop is neat and everything else. And if I'm playing a video game instead of doing what I'm doing now, I may turn them back on because then I'll only be on Twitch. Anyways. Now, I understand SI 3D printing. Yes, it is very late for some people. I'm only going to be streaming for maybe an hour, basically until dinner's done. I was actually contemplating whether I was going to stream at all, and then I saw Dan was streaming, so I figured, I'll just watch Dan, but Dan finished before 8 o'clock my time, so I figured, screw it, here I am. As you see, things have changed a little bit, as DB3D Dan said, not DB3, as Bear, SI3D Printing said, I have long hair again. Yes, for those who don't know, when I was 19 years old, I used to have hair down to past my ass. For the last, basically, decade, I had just been buzzing my hair with the number 2 clippers, and I decided enough of that, and I'm going to let it grow back out. Mr. Karnar, I don't remember who you are. So that's the other thing. I am horrible with names. Oh, hey, Zach. You're hitting me up on both Twitch and YouTube. Okay, I see what's going on. I don't know. Oh, yep, my chat is updating on the tablet for Twitch, so I can see it over there. Yeah, so I don't know, for people who weren't here yesterday, here's my plan for this week. I am probably taking tomorrow off from work because I got a lot of stuff I need to get done around here in the mornings, and basically I need to get puppy pictures done because we have 6 new puppies that need their pictures done, well, newish. I need to get the yard riding lawnmower up and running again, aka I need to get it moved so you can get the tires off to get those replaced. And being that it's been hitting 100 degrees here before the heat index at 80% humidity, I only do that in the morning, which means I get nothing done at night. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to work on that. If I have time afterwards, I will be streaming again, and it'll just be another hangout like this is. But July 4th, after I'm done with the stuff that I need to get done in the morning, so it could be anytime after noon Central, I will be streaming again. At that point, what we will be streaming is, well, here's one of the mini boxes. I will be streaming putting together the Positron V3.2 printer. So July 4th will be day one of the build. July 5th will be day two. It shouldn't take me more than that because I don't know how long I'll be streaming. It could be 2 hours, it could be 4, it could be 8. It just depends on how well we're going, how many tips we're getting, but whatever else. I will also be setting up a donation link for DB3D Dan, aka MakerMind Nexus. He is trying to get his channel back on track, but finances are really thin for that, and I'd like to help out with that. So how I'm going to help is by letting it so that way people know what he's up to and give them the opportunity to donate as well. Dan, you are a moderator on the YouTube side, so if you want to drop one of your donation links now, be my guest. I am okay with that. But otherwise, people, if you want to hit me up, I've got a Ko-Fi out there. It's the Zolon. You can do it via Twitch. I don't believe I'm monetized on YouTube yet, so if you want to help me there, get people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It costs them nothing. I'd be very grateful. I plan on streaming at least twice a week, probably only an hour on the weekdays, and then a 2 to 4 hour stream on the weekends. But I'm not going to have a set time because I don't want this to become my job. Let me rephrase that. I would love this to become my job. I don't want this to become my job when I can't afford it to become my job. There we go. That's what I should be saying. Okay, we need to get some music playing because I don't have anybody else in here with me, which means my headphones will randomly turn off soon. You will hear random voices, cursing, dog barks. That's the nature of my house. I am inside the house. I am not in the hobby house because the hobby house AC cannot do this, and the house AC is struggling to keep up as well, to the point I've got like a $240 power bill for 1 month. Anyways, music. Turn that down because I don't want it too loud. But I do want it loud enough I can hear it. There we go. That should be good. Let me know if the music's too loud. Let me know. It's going to be kind of bland because I'm stuck with the StreamYard stuff. But you will notice I have my logo there instead of the StreamYard logo. Yes, I paid for a month, which means I can have my logos because they took away the ability for people to multi-stream to multiple platforms unless you have a paid plan. And I stopped paying because, well, I didn't stream for almost a year. Now, tomorrow, not tomorrow, the 4th, Thursday, I will be enabling the free trial for the 1080p. Because if I'm going to be doing a build, I want this as clear as possible, and I'm using a 4K camera, so why not? I will also be trying to figure out how to set up kind of a top-down camera from this side over to here, so that way I can have a small window where people can see what I'm working on. Hey, Dan!
Hey,
Thought you were done.
I'm done, but I figured, come in, say hey. I was sitting there listening. I was just listening and sitting out here, but I figured pop in, say hey, keep you company for a minute.
Oh, ow.
Yeah, that's for those who know my situation, that still doesn't touch my power bill. But that's because I'm also trying to pay for 2 winters worth of electric use for heat instead of gas. So.
Well, and I'm lucky. I'm on a power co-op, so I only pay 9 cents a kilowatt hour.
Nice. I think we're 10 or 11 cents, but
right.
When I'm trying to keep the house livable for the wife and kiddos, and we had for two winters in a row, we had radiant, like the radiant heaters going.
That's what we used to. We have a propane heater here in the front room, and otherwise we use the plug-in radiant heaters. But we like it cold, so when it gets down to 45, 50, we're okay with that.
Yeah, I don't mind cold, but in a house full of females, I don't get the luxury of saying, hey, hey, what's going on, good sir?
So, Just to get it out of the way, also for these streams on the 4th and the 5th, while I did not get the kit donated to me, I actually am paying for it. I'm on the Positron 3D team, so it's not a sponsored stream, but I am on the Positron 3D team, so I have to be upfront with that. But at the same time, the Positron team knows I will be absolutely blunt and uncensored about what I am struggling with as I'm assembling it. As an example, it's already broken. Hopefully it'll get delivered tomorrow. It should have been delivered today, but I am one of the unlucky few who got a kit with a broken heater cartridge in the hot end.
Yep. Yeah, that's sadly that was a lot, I think, of people in first run that had that issue. I know that they're hoping the second run that goes out will be a little bit little less issue with that, but I know that they said first one definitely first run guys kind of got the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
So.
But at the same time, we as Positron 3D have been upfront about it, and it's like we have those. If you get a kit, check your bed. You want at least anywhere between 5 to 8 ohms coming from the bed when you check it with the multimeter on the contacts, because we have had a couple. Actually, I think we've only had one out of all the kits so far. We've had one bad bed, but we're going to be upfront. It happens. Yeah. Heater cart, you pop off the end cap, you'll know immediately if it's broken. The other one we've had is we've had a couple bent gears for the bent gear posts for the extruders.
Oh, yeah.
Again, not a big deal. Just delays your build. And the reason why I say it only delays your build is because what a lot of people may not realize is Fabrico is actually an LDO partner for warranty repairs. So you can get So if your reseller is dragging their feet, which they shouldn't. If they do, please let us know. But if they are dragging their feet, you can we come into our Discord, the Positron 3D Discord, let them know what's going on, and we will probably redirect you to reach out to Fabrico, and Fabrico will get you the part.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know Fabrico right now says they don't care who you got it from. If you have a broken cartridge, to reach out to them, and they will assist you in getting it replaced ASAP. So that is the one nice part about Fabrico with Hector and the gang is this one fly is just hard. But you see him. I know you can. He's like, he won't stop buzzing my face.
Your camera's a little potato at the moment.
Ah, okay. Well, I do know this much, though. Yeah, Hector's been really good about making sure that if you got a Positron, regardless of who you got it from, you're taken care of, because he is really behind the Positron team and wanting to see them succeed. So he is doing whatever.
And so is LDO. LDO has been a blessing in this whole thing, and as an atheist spiritualist type person, for me to say that is a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, Jason and LDO.
And your audio just cut out.
My audio did?
No, it's back now.
Okay, I'm going to put this up on the table. I've learned that this thing, for some reason, when it's on my pocket, it tends to get unhappy. So I have to leave it up on the desk, because for some reason, going from my pocket through a wood table, through a keyboard, through a monitor to the receiver, it tends to get angry.
Yeah,
so,
I got to find a different solution for streaming myself. But at the same time, I have found all my other headsets, the audio quality is just garbage.
Yeah,
and I have a lavalier mic, but then I can't hear.
Yeah, and I think. Hey, it's Joe.
We got Joe here. Joe does not have a camera, people, but he is also on the Positron team.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay.
So your kit will be here, and you think it might be a batch 2. That's cool.
Yeah, on the 8th with another guy on the Positron team. So another
That's
2.
Sweet.
I don't know.
Yeah. I guess also to put that out there, I am also part of the community team for the Positron group, and with that basically means I'm just a guy who's a part of the community who loves the Positron, and one day we'll get to provide more insight and input into Positron, but for right now, I'm just a guy who loves the idea of an upside down printer.
Yeah,
So
I am the jack of all trades when it comes to IT and stuff for the Positron team.
yeah,
And I'm slowly working my way into the engineering aspects because there is a couple projects that we will be working on soon that I will be a part of, and that's the most I will say.
yeah. Nomad has been saying that since I'm the dollar store clipper guy, that he's kind of pushing to get me to be more of the positron clipper guy. But
Right.
it's hard to be the positron clipper guy when I know clipper enough to be dangerous, and I don't have a positron to test my dangerous theories on before I tell others to do so. So
Right.
it's one of those things. It's like I really want to help with it with the clipper side, but I don't have one to test it first and say, okay, it worked for me. This is what I did. Give it a shot. So it's one of those I can give people suggestions, say try this and see what happens. But then if I try their system or I do something dumb or maybe I had a decimal place in the wrong spot, and
And you
I
won't know because you don't have any way to test it yourself.
exactly. So until I actually have a positron here to actually test on and break my own stuff first, I don't want to break somebody else's machine when they spent $600, $700, $800 for a printer that they're putting together.
$699 across most of the resellers right now. West 3D, KB 3D, and Fabrico if you're in the US.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to positron3d.com and get all that information, including the link to the Discord, the wiki, and everything else.
Yep.
And we are a for-profit company, but all proceeds are rolled back into the company. We do not get paid. I'm a volunteer.
Yeah, a lot of us are volunteers with no income from the community. They're taking all the money that they bring in and using it for R&D and everything else. So it's basically any extra expense that's going to be had for testing new products, new designs, things like that. They're going to be rolling that back into LDO is going to be the big one because LDO is the one.
Actually, Kralin will be the big one.
Well, yeah, Kralin will be the big one. Yeah, and also. Just making sure that new parts, new ideas, and things that can help make the machine better are covered, because there's not too many companies or individuals who want to dedicate hours and hours of their day to work on a project with no ability to take care of themselves. Let's put it that way. They want to be able to make sure that the people who are on the paid side, one, are taken care of, and two, they want to make sure those people are providing what they need. So
So I have a Shocks Open Run Pro, and it is a beautiful headset. In fact, I just used it today when I was at Sam's Club. The problem is the mic sucks. For streaming, the mic sucks because it's a forward-facing mic. So what I could do if I wanted is I could run the lavalier mic and just use the OpenShock for audio, but I don't know. For now, I'm just going to use this headset. Eventually, I'll figure something else out. Not to make this a completely positron stream. That's just what I'll be doing the 4th and the 5th, definitively. After I get the positron built, I will be bringing the V01 home because it's currently in pieces at work. So that way I can rebuild it and put this on it.
Yes, the Nighthawk is a wonderful thing. That's what's currently in that guy. Yours should not have the issue mine had.
Nope, mine's the Nighthawk 36.
One second, the missus is calling.
Okay. And I'm also putting in a bamboo hot end. And so it'll be a LGX light running. It'll be this to an LGX light and a bamboo hot end for the hot end on my V0. It technically is a V01, but I've been modding the heck out of it. After that, I have an LDO Trident kit that's missing pieces but needs to be built. I have a Prusa Bear from a HVAC A to Z person that I need to repair and get back up and running. And then I have my Ender Extender 410 by 410 by 500 that I need to get wired and working. And that one I am actually going to raffle off. And I'm probably going to raffle it off at Rocky Mountain Rip Rap Festival next year. And when I say raffle, I don't mean it's not going to be for pay. It's going to be, here's a ticket, go on your way. What are you up to, Joe?
Not much. Did you see the photo of the test print I was doing?
I have
Testing
not.
out
Give me a
ASA.
second.
Yeah, it's in general.
You printed ASA on the positron?
No, I was prepping parts and testing multicolor, so
Okay.
not gonna be using the generic accent primary pieces. I'm gonna be customizing all of it
Nice.
because that's kind of how I do it.
So
No, I had
what-
to make sure
that's
the
what
bamboo
Joe was
and
talking
everything was
about.
good.
That's an interesting color. Is that 2 colors or just 1?
It's 2.
Okay, it is 2.
That's multicolor. Yeah.
Okay. That looks nice. So for people who are wondering about that part, that is one of the panel pieces. Most people have been printing single color, so that's actually kind
Yeah, I
of
wanted to get a piece I thought would warp up more, be a little bit harder, really thin.
right.
And when I get back into work where I printed it, I'm gonna make sure the dimensional accuracy is fine.
So what he printed is this part.
Oh, did you show it? I didn't see
Yep.
the part pop up.
Yep, I pulled it up in a share window on StreamYard. StreamYard
Okay.
makes that really easy to do.
I don't see it.
Oh no, it was there. It's not now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was on the phone with the missus, so I just got off. She was wondering if I was coming to bed. I said I'll be off by 8 o'clock, so I got a few minutes, and then I'm gonna pop off and go get the missus her slice of pizza.
There you go.
that she's requesting.
Oh, I forgot. There we go. My apologies,
There it is.
people. I forgot I set that to not automatically pop up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it looks really nice. I like it.
Yeah. So instead of doing like the regular primary accent, this one I think is considered an accent piece. So it'd normally just be the blue. I think I'm
Yeah.
on green and then accent blue. I'm gonna custom paint everything in Slicer.
Yeah.
So and
I
get
like
everything
it.
lined up. I might add the text on the side panels too. Add some like LDO and like the serial number or whatever and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Oh, except for your serial numbers on the bottom plate too.
I know, but it's just like it's on the side panels, you know, so it's like LDO and like
You know, so he doesn't have to. He
100
doesn't have
or
to
whatever.
yeah, he doesn't have to upright his upside down printer to show everybody the number. It'll be right on the side.
And that's actually something else I am currently working on. I should be ready to demo it in about another week. And I am setting up a Discord bot with a web interface for people to put in their Positron 3D serial number if they have one, or if they are a self-sourced, to be able to earn a Positron 3D serial number, like the Voron team does. And I'm also putting in achievements.
Nice.
So it'll be things like, one of the basic simple ones is taking your Positron 3D to an event and having it actively printed.
Because everybody's good for going to events and bringing printers, and then they just sit there ever so nicely doing absolutely nothing because, well, we were too busy tinkering the night before the event and we broke something and brought it to the event with the thought that we could get it fixed at the event, but then our social anxiety kicks in and we're running around and we're doing crazy stuff, and the next thing we know, the event is over, the printer just sat.
Hey, Vince. So Maker Nexus there is missing one part in the steps that he went through, and that is, and before the main crowds show up, you turn around and ask the guy behind you to print you the parts to fix the printer, but you never use them.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm Hey, wait, actually they both were printing at Rocky Mountain, but
Yes.
I didn't put the parts on that you printed for me. So I was still running with a broken part. But it's still printed. I am having issues with this guy, and I will be tearing into this, but right now I want to focus more on the 3D printer rehab stuff and getting printers in the hands of those who can't print or
So
don't have the finances.
Sergio, so like we talked about, almost a year ago now, one of the carbon rods is cracked and I need to get that replaced. I need to get new bearings for it as well when I do that. And I also am thinking about swapping the hot end out. But if you still have the main frame for it, I would love that, because I'm also working with Fabrico and I'm hoping because we talked about it at Rocky Mountain, but we haven't really talked about it since. I am hoping to end up in their beta for the Prusa Core XY conversion.
You said something about bearings, Olan. It's got me digging because how many do you need? These are the
4.
genuine. These are the replacements that you get. These are the
Right, but
YT
those are those the ones for the metal or for the carbon fiber?
Oh, these are the metals. Yeah, these are not the. Yeah, sorry, I don't have the Drylin or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Drylin bearings. Yeah, I don't have any of those extra spare. Sorry, I've got
It's all
the
good.
regular metal bearings.
Oh, good. Oh, but yeah, I've got lots of projects going on. I mean, and I want to get back into streaming so that way I have a focus for at least a few hours while I'm working on said project.
Yeah, that was the big thing for me is I enjoy giving printers away. I enjoy fixing printers. And for me, I get more joy out of making the machines work than I do from watching them work, if that makes any sense. So I thought with the idea for the 3D printer rehab thing came from a student at the school's printer. I rebuilt it because mommy wanted it out of the house and said, recycle this. And I said, can I have it? She said, sure. And he found out I had it and did I really wanted to fix it. I didn't want mom to give it away. And I was like, well, let me see what I have for parts and I'll get it up and running. And I gave that back to him and it just clicked in my head. I was doing it while I was out here streaming. I'm like, why don't I just, with my ADHD, I have to have some kind of structure or form or I'm going to go into burnout by going too long for too many days in a row and I'll hit burnout. I'm like,
Yep.
If I tell everybody it's Tuesdays, Thursdays, it's 2 hours a night from 5 to 7 and I stick to that, it'll pull my brain away from this. I won't hyperfixate and keep going until it's done and burn myself out by doing it for 6-8 days in a row.
Yeah,
So-
so for me, I get home between 6:30 and 7. I got to do a couple puttering things around the house before I can get on stream on weeknights. So and we always have dinner between 8 and 8:30, and then we're going to bed because I have to be up between 4 and 5.
Yep.
So what I'm going to be doing is randomly through the weeknights, I will hop in and do what I'm doing now, and it'll only be for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. That would be awesome, Sergio. That would be awesome. And I
Hey.
apologize I didn't get to see you while I was out there last year. But anyways, one of my goals this summer is to get the tiny house / hobby house emptied out, get the walls finished, get the floor put in, and build shelving and get everything moved back in, but in an organized manner.
Yeah.
Move my streaming setup and everything back out to the hobby house. And I want to get all 18 of my printers up and running so I can print things to give away at events.
Yeah. Of course. But Z, you were saying you need a V6. Here's one. straight off
I
the
don't
Prusa.
actually need another hot end for it.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if you're needing one, here it straight off of a Prusa, it was still working. Just in the rebuild kit, it came with another one. So
Joe's got video.
I decided to post it up so I can watch my print too.
also here's one. Here's another one that was pulled off of a printer that was working, but because the pre-built kit comes with a new one, there you go. So there's two.
Hey Dan.
Yeah.
I got a project for you.
What's that?
Build yourself a filament recycler. You've got the hot ends.
Yeah, I got a couple hot ends floating around.
Yeah, so you could build yourself a filament recycler and then give that to a school.
I could do something along those lines. Yeah. So when I hit a lull in printers, because I'm pretty sure once these
Turn these into filament.
because like I said, I'm pretty sure I'll hit a lull here because I'm not going to any events until potentially September, and unless people, start sending stuff to me, I don't think too many people are going to want to play the let's meet in the middle game and drive 2, 3, 4 hours one way just to hand off a printer to somebody. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that going to events will be well, I know going to events will be the easiest way for a lot of people. If they've got the space in the car, just throw it in there, bring it with, and leave it behind. So, but yeah, I'm hoping that channel brings in money. Money can go to, Facebook Marketplace and just swoop up all the $50 like marketplace fines that I can get, and then, pick them up, bring them home, and see what's broken, fix them, and find somebody to just give it away to. Mark III to the 3.5, and oh boy, was it worth it? Yeah, the 3.5 upgrade I want to do to the 3.5. Or we got a couple of the S3 pluses at the school, and I really want to do the 3.5 upgrade to them because we've got 2 Mark IVs, 2 minis, and those all run amazing. And I would love to take the older Mark IIIs pluses that we have and give them the 3.5 upgrade and just replace the board and screen and be able to kick those machines into high gear.
So, Zach, that's actually something I am looking at doing. Is I'm working on a way, but not to make filament. I am currently recycling all the poop and stuff out of this, and I'm running it through a shredder. I'm going to be running it through a actually mostly 3D printed cross-cut shredder that I'm working on. So that way I can basically pelletize it and then turn it into building blocks. And I don't mean like Legos. I mean cinder block sized building blocks for doing, building buildings.
Yeah.
So once I get that working and my proof of concept is working, I will be reaching out to the community and going, hey, your scrap material, as long as you have it separated as this is PLA, this is PETG, this is ASA ABS, this is polycarbonate, as long as you have them separated that much, I will gladly take them and I'll turn them into building blocks.
That'd be awesome. By the way, Joe, I'm sorry I kind of stepped on you when you were chatting, sir. I get a little I get a little hyper, and sometimes the mouth keeps going.
I think he gave up.
Do what?
Either that.
Oh, there he is.
No, I'm here. I didn't pick up my mic. No, that's no problem.
Yeah, I have the bad habit of that's why I think the biggest reason why I kind of steered away from getting on a lot of streams is because I either have nothing to say and I just sit there and everybody just stares at me while everybody else is talking. And I listen, but I tend to have nothing to add, so I just listen. It's what I would do with the camera off and the mic off, is I would just be sitting there listening to the or shut up. So
I may have another one of these soon.
Nice.
Because somebody else got somehow a Prusa XL5 had donated to them, and they've been having nothing but problems with their version of this.
Oh no, such a terrible problem to have.
I'm going to probably take it off their hands. That'll give me 2 AMSs to work on this one, and then I have the other one to fix and mod.
Yeah, have some fun with it.
That'll also be part of the streaming, because I want to do things like I actually reached out to Slice Engineering. I want to try to get with their new Mako hot end that goes into this.
Yeah.
But I don't want to put it in this one because I technically don't own this one.
Yeah, you don't want to do too many crazy things to something that's not officially yours. The other one, on the other hand,
exactly.
Yeah, the other one, play with it and have fun,
What was the benefit of the Mako?
So, Slice Engineering came out with a Mako hot end. It is a bamboo hot end drop-in replacement. It uses CHT nozzles and everything, so you don't have to replace the whole hot end anymore, just the nozzle.
Yeah, and its flow rate is quite a bit better. I don't remember what the math or what the numbers are on it, but your flow rate is much higher as well. So you're able to print at those crazy speeds you can get with a I guess, a much better quality. I don't know the all the details. I just know the little bits I've picked up from, hearing.
Oh, here we are. So if you have, this part here, that behind the sock.
You got to bring up the screen again, Z.
Yep. Dang,
I know it sucks when you don't have it auto share. So yeah, but
Very excited.
So this, as you see, yeah. As you see, that is actually an unscrewable nozzle.
Mhm.
So you no longer have to fully disassemble the print head in order to replace the nozzle.
Yep.
So you can use a regular tool to change it. It has a higher flow rate. So with 462 grams of PLA pushed through that nozzle, that's the print difference.
Yeah, 3.4 hours. So you lose just over 2 hours of print time with the higher flow.
Yep. Now it does use the Slice Engineering heater. That is a little different. But yeah, I really want to try this out. Here we are. So it goes up to 400C, but still only using a 48 watt heater, which that's what the Bamboo uses. It's a 48 watt heater. Sadly, it does not look like they put in its flow rate.
Yeah.
Give me a
Based
second
on the
here.
time, it's probably like 40,
Dan,
Justin.
45.
hi.
Yeah. It's still better than stock.
The
And
stock's
I
not
really
even
want to
40.
try it out, but the problem is I can't put it on this machine. It's not my machine.
Mhm.
So that's
But-
where I'm at with that.
But when you acquire the other one, you'll have a machine to play with.
Exactly.
Exactly. I know how that goes. Trust me, I have a bunch of machines that aren't mine that I can play with when I need to, but I can't really do anything with because they're not mine. But I can
So-
use them when they're not being used. So
So Zach, if you want to join, I use StreamYard primarily for all my streams for two reasons. Because I got used to it during COVID. It was how we did what we're doing now, except for we did it for like 12 to 24 hours straight every day.
that would be why Dan suffered his major burnout, because when Dan was hosting these for 6 to 8 hours a day for 7 days a week, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but I hit burnout. And when I hit it, Justin and Zolan can both tell you that when I hit it, I disappeared. Like,
Yeah, you've done that multiple times.
You
I
ran it. So Dan would run it, then I would take over, then
Yep.
Justin would take over for a little bit, then Warcocky would take over for a little bit,
Yep.
and we just kept cycling it, and it was running
Yep.
almost 24/7 nonstop.
yeah, you could pretty much go to bed and watching one person's channel, wake up, go to your YouTube live and see that somebody else's channel was running one, and it was usually a lot of the same people.
Mhm.
We were all just intermingling.
The only
going-
difference is I actually would schedule in interviews, and I would bring, like I was one of the first people to interview Allie.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to get back to. So today, I was already thinking about getting back into doing this, and to the degree, not to that same degree, but doing the interviews and stuff. And today, watching Felicia Day on 3D Printing Nerds channel was just like, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Free form, hang out in person, live, no script.
Yeah.
Just let's talk about making.
Yeah. It was fun to
Oh,
watch.
there's Sergio.
Zach.
Hey,
Wait,
Yep.
can you hear me?
Yep. Close YouTube now because you only need this, bud.
yeah, you don't need
You
YouTube.
don't need YouTube open anymore. Just so you're
Or
not getting-
hit stop. Or just hit
Yeah.
stop on YouTube.
Okay, I believe I did. Yes?
Maybe.
Well,
Okay.
It's just so you don't hear an echo from us.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're still hearing an echo, then kill whatever else is going. Just leave StreamYards open. StreamYards is all you're going to need.
Okay, yeah, so I'm brand new to this.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
but
welcome.
to
We
the
are
morning.
We are the original COVID 3D printing streaming people who went a little insane, and
Yeah.
really it birthed a ton of 3D printing channels.
And an
Yep.
event.
And an,
Yeah,
and an event,
and
yeah.
an event.
We wouldn't
Yeah.
have Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Festival if it wasn't for what we did.
Yeah, this guy down here went to Murph and got excited. Then he went
And
to
went to Earth.
Then he went to Earth, and he basically said, I'm going to take the best of Murph and the best of Earth, and I'm going to blend them together into a massive event this last year. Last year, or his first year, was 3,000
30
people through the door.
3,150 through the door, 3,500 total, including sponsors.
Yeah, so he had 3,500 people the first year out of an event. And then this year was over 4,000 people,
Yeah,
sponsors.
there's 4,000 through the door, 4,500 total sponsors and makers.
Yeah, so 4,500
insane.
people. Yeah.
Not that
And
we're
that-
comparing, but Murph gets
No.
about 1,600, 1,800.
But
Earth
there's also
gets
a
about
difference.
2,400.
Yeah.
There is also a difference. Murph, so
Is a
Rocky
party.
Mountain, so in order, you have Open Sauce. Open Sauce is like the pinnacle of we are trying to do this as a business.
No, Open Sauce is a VidCon Maker Fair science fair with a little bit of 3D printing.
Yeah.
Right. Then you have Printopia. Printopia is literally trying to be a business.
Yeah.
Then
They
you have
are-
Rocky Mountain. And Rocky Mountain's like, we're trying to be a business, but at the same time, we want to be about the community.
We are officially a not for profit. We're not a
Exactly.
501c3, and we're not going to be a 501c3.
And then you have Murph, which is nothing but community.
It is Zach, you've been to Murph for a few years now. You know how Murph is. It's just kind of a grassroots
Yeah.
tailgater, everybody hanging out, just enjoying
Yeah.
what.
And I'll be
Murph is
honest,
about.
the only reason I put Rocky Mountain, well, the two reasons I put Rocky Mountain over Murph for me is Justin. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Justin's event, I probably wouldn't be doing it like that. And and at the same time, I took my wife to it, and she enjoyed it heavily
Yeah.
to the point that she went again,
Right?
So,
Which is saying a
and-
lot.
and she's planning on doing it again. This
Yeah.
has become our yearly
Just,
thing.
the only issue is if we do it on the same weekend, that is Easter weekend.
Well, that's something we can
Yeah.
talk about later.
Yeah,
But
but-
but the other reason I do Rocky Mountain over Murph is climate control. The first year I did Murph,
Oh,
it wasn't hot, so I didn't have an issue with that.
it was
But-
wet.
There was literally water coming through the floor.
Yeah, because Zach, you've been to Murph what 3 years now?
3 years
Third year.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, my first Murph was 4 years ago.
yeah,
Okay.
mine too. So Zolan
Mine
and
was-
I, our first
mine was
Murph was
2020.
Thomas!
what's up, Viking?
Viking. What Viking?
So, anyway, gentlemen, I did say 8 o'clock. I had to
Yep,
go.
and
now
it's
quarter
8:15.
after.
You need to get. I have 14 minutes, and then I need to get.
Yeah. So real quick before I go, I want to say, Zachary, thank you for tonight. Zolan, thank you for tonight coming in and hanging out, guys. It was awesome. Quick little cheesy self promo. Again, I started the 3D printing rehab project on my channel. Come hang out Tuesdays, Thursdays from 5 to 7. I'm going to be rehabbing old printers and then just giving them away to people in the community. Real quick, if you
Or
want to-
people who are not in the community yet.
Yeah, people who are not in the community yet. Someone who wants to get into 3D printing but financially cannot afford to, whether that be an individual, a youth group, a school, a religious group. I don't care your affiliation. If you want to get into making and I have the ability to help you do that, I want to help you do that. So, but if someone in the community has someone in mind they would like to see a printer go to, it's real easy. You get me the printer, I fix the printer, you cover shipping,
Okay.
I'll send it to you. when it's
I
done.
apologize. I need to interrupt real quick. Chris Travis, the one sad thing about me not doing Murph is I don't get to see you.
Yes, Chris Travis is always fun. He didn't make it this year, but that's okay. He had other things going on. We understand. But Chris Travis, have a good night, sir. And to the rest of you guys, have a wonderful evening. Zach, we will talk more on Discord, good sir, about getting you to 3D Printopia. It'll be my first year, so it'll be cool if you can go along and we can make it a road trip.
Yeah, I would definitely love that.
Yeah, so it'd be awesome if we can make that happen. And then also, maybe if Earth is a good thing and it works out,
Whoa!
we can look at doing a Rocky Mountain next year.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I've only been to the Midwest, so
Yeah,
We'll see what
every
we
show's
can make
different. So
Yeah.
3D
Yes.
Printopia is a almost trade show.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
and I'm trying to talk. I'm doing a piss poor job at talking Positron 3D into forcing me to get my passport so I can go to Smurf.
I
I
want
would-
to go to Smurf. My issue is going to be money and time off.
yeah. Smurf would be fun, but I can't afford that one. And Zach, I don't think you want to ship your stuff to England, but you probably would just as an excuse to go to England.
I would buy my own boat and drive it there.
And drive the boat. I love it.
Yes.
Well, so Zach, just so you know, I live in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma,
Okay.
And-
No, just the middle of nowhere.
and like 2 years ago, the first Rocky Mountain Rep Festival, we actually put almost 10,000 miles on our van that year
Yeah,
because
you
we went to
everywhere.
Rocky Mountain, then to Seattle, California, and all over the place, and we did it in 2 weeks.
I feel
Okay,
like
guys.
Michigan. I'll be
I
back.
do
Take care,
have
Dan.
to get going. Wifey needs her pizza, and I want to make sure Wifey's not angry. So again,
Yep,
thank
go,
you.
go.
I'll talk to you guys later.
See you
Hey,
there.
Get the hell out of here.
Stay crazy.
But and I only have another 11 minutes at most. So, or until somebody says, "Hey, dinner's done." But
yeah,
yeah,
I drove all the way out to Murph from Oregon, driving
Yep.
straight. Took my daughter. We had a nice little road trip. First time her being on a road trip. It was 20 hours if you stay up the same speed as everybody else, which is kind of hard. I think it was like 22 hours there and 20 hours back.
Ooh.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they drive like 90, 95 if you try to keep up with them.
Murph, Rocky Mountain is 17 hours for me. Murph is 19 hours for me. Earth, or 3D Printopia, because they had to change their name on us, is 19 hours one way for me. But my wife does dog shows, so I'm used to that. As in, like, there was a chance I wouldn't be able to stream this week because I could have ended up driving from here to Miami, Florida, to help her daughter out with some dog stuff that's going on.
Okay.
So, and that's a 23-hour drive.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to make it to 3D Printopia this year. So
Now, I unfortunately, unless I'm sponsored, I'm not making any other events this year. Dog shows. That's all I'm going to be able to do.
Man.
Is that a mill behind you, or is that a laser?
Me?
Well, you're the only one with this big tube coming out of a box behind you.
like a paint pen, maybe.
It's an airbrush station.
Ah, okay.
It's just covered in a bunch of stuff because I've been organizing everything because I'm going to be clearing this up. And our bamboo's coming in.
So how did you get into 3D printing? So I don't think I've ever talked to you before.
This is true, isn't it? Yeah. So I got into 3D printing about 5.5 years ago. I was bored, and I come from a background where I went to college for game art and design. I was like, yeah, I can make models. So I bought my first Flash Forward Venture 3, which is in the corner now, collecting dust.
So I have a purpose for that printer if you want.
Okay,
Toys for Tots.
I'm all ears.
IC3D, go check out their website. They have a Toys for Tot program that they do every year, and you could 3D print toys to donate to Toys for Tots using the maker.
Okay. I
So
did
it's
that.
why have it just sitting collecting dust? You could have it doing something good.
Because right now, I'm getting everything ready for a batch run. Right now, but yeah, no, I definitely want to do Toys for Tots.
Yeah, IC3D. Here, let me see if I can find the IC3D Toys for Tots. Here we are, Toys for Tots 2024. Also, if you reach out to them, they will sometimes donate filament. So it doesn't. So the only thing out of your pocket is machine wear and tear and power.
Not filament anymore. It's just a kilogram.
Kilogram can do a lot of toys on its own.
Yeah. Because my shipment just came in today. I got about 30 kilograms of material today. So
I have, last count, 863 rolls of filament.
You got me beat. I'm about 400 or so. I don't know.
And
man, I feel like a rookie here.
And about 400 of those rolls I bought during COVID. I don't print. I go a little insane. I own 28 drones and I hardly fly anymore.
Wait, 20?
28 FPV, 26 FPV drones, 3 camera drones.
Are you going to do a drone show with them at some point, like program all of them?
No, I take, when I go on road trips, I grab a couple of them with me. You always have to have a spare because if you break something, that's what you need to do. Hey, Physics, here's the link to join if you want to join, but I've got to warn you, I'm only probably going to be streaming for another 6 minutes.
I'll definitely look that up. Look at.
And there are other, programs that you can do as well with that, if you want. There's IC3D is not the only one who does that now.
Because I've been wanting to get more into like helping out communities and everything. I'm just recently started seeing a group called the Maker Hive in Elkhart here in Indiana. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to see if I can't tweak their brains, and because I want to have VR headsets.
So, do you print in ASA and ABS?
Yes, but I pipe everything out.
No, that's fine. I'm asking because depending on how big the Positron 3D comes up, we may need someone to help print. We have somebody who we could have somebody who can help with the print it forward group.
Yeah, we'll have to vet the
parts, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see where I'm at because I'm needing to push through about 70 kilograms of filament within the next 5 months.
Nice.
For next year's show. And then
as soon as I get the other, if the other bamboo actually shows up, I am going to be modding that one to all heck and back, but I'm also going to be I'm going to burn through my old filament doing the Toys for Tots thing, because there's no point in me holding on to, 4-year-old filament at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely want to do something to help out a little bit more.
Okay, there is something on Joe's plate. It looked like he was printing in midair there for a moment.
Oh, no, it's just black. It was just PLA from a Murph.
Ah.
It's a bunch of dungeon tiles. I have 50 more to go.
Yeah, you were talking about that last night.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a coworker right now who is 3D printing he already printed one. He's printing another 4-color Flexi Factory full chess set, including the board.
Yep, it's a pretty good one.
So I knew Prusa coming at yours.
Physics, does that include the AMS? Just out of curiosity, because if it does, I've been wanting to do 8-color printing so bad. I'm gonna be so happy with that alone. I need to order a hub.
It's what, like
$50?
2-week shipping time
on the hubs right now? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Anyways, dude, as I said, if I actually get that printer from you, I will be modding it. So if you want to pre-mod, be my guest. This one I cannot mod. It's not mine. Can't do it. Being that I have probably close to 80 almost 120 rolls of Jessie filament that does not work in a standard AMS. Anyway, hang on a second. Okay, as you can tell by the cacophony of noise behind me, it is my time to go.
Yeah.
So you all have an awesome evening, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow at some point.
You have a good one.
And